Français?
Un petit
You
peu,
speak French?
Ma famille est française.
So you grew up.
Ils sont
So you grew
français.
up speaking French.
I grew up speaking French, and I fought against it, so I would speak back to my family in English for whatever reason.
How great is that?
But I would understand. My friends would laugh because they would come to the house. My parents would yell in French, and then I would answer back in English. So make sure everything's on silent.
Well done. Well done. And United, do you make cigars or distribute? You make them and distribute them.
And distribute.
So but you don't make all the cigars you distribute.
Correct.
Or do? Yeah.
Correct.
Do you want a cutter and a lighter?
I would love one. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So we work with different factories, and we work with them on the blends and make cigars, and then we distribute for Arnold Andre.
Yep.
Out of the Dominican, 200-year-old German company, and then we distribute for Selected Tobacco, which is the Atabey, Byron, Bandolero.
Right.
And so we have a nice round portfolio. Plus, we have our collaboration for our firecracker. So we work with a different manufacturer every year to come out with a limited release. So it's a fun
So
project.
do you also have interest in retail?
So David Garofalo owns United Cigars.
David Garofalo.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is two
separate.
But that is David Garofalo, two guys
Smoke Shop.
Northeast.
Correct.
Maine.
New Hampshire.
Nashua.
He's in Nashua,
Yeah.
Salem, and Seabrook.
Have
you been?
Well, I haven't, but I lived briefly in Nashua.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we have he has the Two Guys store in Nashua and Red Anchor Lounge, and then we have the Hudson corporate office, and that's our warehouse, and that's where we distribute.
How did this become your life, your passion,
Started with Michael Fry, who looks like with that smile, looks like you're familiar with him. He's a character. He's great. I started with him in '98 in Vegas for 14 years.
Oh, what a great experience.
Yeah. Just an incredible mind. Always on the, I've worked for two great men in the cigar industry, Michael Fry and David Garofalo. Two men that work hard.
Pretty hard to go wrong with two, not one, but two.
Two mentors like that.
Stellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I started
that speaks well of you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You know, because you don't end up being able to do that unless you show up with some formidable skills and
to work that long, 14 years with Michael Fry, and then now 10 going on 10 years for David. So,
and you're not that old. You must have been a punk when you started.
53. Yeah, I'm a punk now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So where do you live now?
I'm in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lived west of Nashua in a town called Milford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milford. Yeah. Beautiful area.
And I used to drive to Boston because I was a single man at the time, and I'd drive to Boston to have my social life. And I had some friends that were at Harvard and the biz school.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just a glorious time.
It's a beautiful area.
And just the whole eastern seaboard north, where the food and the history, and it's just a wonderful.
Yeah. I love the area. I was born in Quincy.
Pull this a little bit towards you like that, and you can sit back and relax. We've been live the whole time.
Oh, we live?
Yeah, we have been.
I thought we were having a conversation.
No, we are. Well, this is the whole point.
That's the whole point of life.
Hi. What happened? Where are you?
I'm going to get comfortable.
Look at how skinny you are.
You didn't tell me we're
fantastic.
live. Makeup.
I'm an asshole.
What?
You know, I love
hey,
you.
I love you. Fantastic.
Do you know him?
He held me. He held me in his
We were just talking about Michael Fry. So Lito Jr. This is how old I am. You're the best man.
You're the best.
He was running up and down the aisle on the plane yelling Michael.
He used to trip me over.
Dude, you look as good as you've looked. You're in shape.
Yeah.
You look.
Man, that's the.
What'd you do?
I'm trying to look like Oliver.
You sexify.
You look great.
You say Gomez.
I've a lot of United lately, and the weights just come off.
All right, I'm gonna bug you. He's. I mean, those three personalities: dad, son. I mean, it's like.
You know what I love to see is that it's a beautiful family. Lito and Inez, icons in the industry. But then as and I say kids, but you got Tony and then Lito Jr., the energy that they're bringing in to the industry and to that brand is beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
And what it's doing to Lito
Yes.
and the energy it's bringing him.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some stuff happening that's really exciting with what they're doing.
Yeah, and they're keeping the packaging, and I mean it's turning into a La Flor Dominicana interview, but I have to gush a little bit because at heart we're still all cigar geeks. We have a passion for the cigar, and if it comes from somewhere else or comes from United, I'm excited about it. And I remember starting, I mentioned it if we were live, I mentioned I started in the industry in 98, but I had been smoking cigars since 88. The reason I started in the business is because I loved cigars.
Yeah, me too.
I moved to Vegas. I was young. I was working and keeping myself busy. I was a graphic artist, so I was doing tray liners for Carl's Jr., business cards, flyers, logo design for local radio stations, everything. And I wanted a discount on cigars, so I started working for.
Yeah, that's a great motivation.
Yeah. Passion's a good motivation.
So you want a discount on cigars. So what did you do?
So I said, if I work in a cigar shop, I could probably have access to more cigars.
Well, you meet all the reps for sure.
I meet all the reps. I can try new things that I'm not used to and learn a little bit more. So
what shop did you work in?
So I started for Michael Fry, for Fry Boy Tobacco. At the time, I think we still had the name of Malecon Tobacco. And then it's turned into a cigar box. But my first location that I worked in was out of the MGM Grand location, right outside of the parking lot. There used to be a liquor store.
Yep.
And there was a small kiosk. And that turned into, I think I went to Caesars, the Coliseum store.
Yeah.
Before they had the Casa Fuente location. And then I opened up Medici
and now that's
Cigars.
Gone, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, Casa Fuente closed after 20
Is
years.
that kind of a lease thing, or
that
what?
Was, yeah, more of a lease. And that's more for Michael to speak on. But I know they were putting pressure for the smoking.
Yeah,
and to find a smoking outdoor smoking patio inside of a mall is pretty unique.
That was great.
The exhibit hall will close in 10 minutes.
No, it won't.
That ain't happening.
So your United Cigars, Oliver Nivaud, lives in Manchester. United is a bunch of things for the viewers to have even a clue as to what the breadth of the lines are, or the things that they should be like drawn to. Where do you go with the?
It's a great question, because when you
maybe a 30,000, a 20,000, and a 10,000 foot descent into the United story. So
into the cavernous.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so taking on, when I started with United Cigars, it was 2016. Brands that had been around for 20 plus years, but really wasn't viewed nationally because there was no distribution. So the timing is right. United Cigars started distributing selected tobacco in 2012. So when I came on board, traveling the U.S. and introducing people to a product that I thought was second to none, I had not tried a cigar. Yep.
Thank you.
A cigar with that much what I thought as so much depth and character to it. And then I started to learn the story of Nelson Alfonso, the aging behind the cigar, and the thought put into everything that he does. When you look at selected tobacco, it's a product that is rolled in Costa Rica, but then shipped to Madrid, Spain, to go through an aging process, which was much different than what I knew as aging. Right, a 5-year-old cigar used to be a cigar that would be in a humidor for 5 years, locked, but at 70 and 70. Yeah. Much like your packs too, they maintain the temperature and the humidity. So what Nelson Alfonso does for selected tobacco is to put the cigars through that process using a blend of different cedars, up to 5-6 different cedars, and then lowering humidity down to 40 and then raising it back up past 70. So the cigar, similar to scotches and whiskeys, will go through a little bit of a stress process, but also a cleansing. So when the cigar goes down to 40, it's purging any other impurities inside of the cigar. And when it goes past 70, it's breathing in all the cedar notes and all the humidity that's been cleansed by the woods. So scotches, whiskeys, when they're in the barrel, colder months the wood contracts, warmer months it expands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's filtering the liquid. So the cigars are going through that same process
Right.
by filtering themselves with that process.
So the end result is your process is unique. I don't know anybody else in the room that goes through that kind of rigor.
Mm-hmm. But we have Nelson.
So if you've never smoked an Atabey, if you've never smoked a Byron, if you've never smoked a Bandolero, there's something truly unique about that experience. And when you walk into the humidor and you go, oh, 40, 50, 60 bucks, instead of being repulsed by a giant price tag in your mind, because a lot of cigar stores almost train you to be more miserly in how you
correct.
And not to be critical of cigar stores, but there's a mentality where it's like, oh, this is an expensive hobby or passion, and if you have to ask what the price is, you shouldn't be. You know what I mean? That kind of attitude. It's like, no, there's some days I eat lobster, some days I eat macaroni and cheese, some days I eat macaroni and cheese with lobster. So
True.
try different things.
Right.
And the first time I smoked an Atabey, Nelson Alfonso,
yeah.
He gave me one at PCA in Vegas after a long conversation that we had with Sean and Tim and him and his booth, and it was like, seriously, I couldn't believe it, because that's not an easy comp cigar.
No, it's not. But for Nelson to be able, he enjoys that. He's an incredibly humble man for the work that he does internationally. To be recognized where he is with his artistry, he has such a passion for the cigars that he loves to share that art with somebody that will appreciate the cigar.
If I remember it correctly, the bigger story with him was that he had designed or provided all the boxes for Habanos.
So his design work, his company, Golden Age Video Design in development in Spain. He does a lot of the design work for some of the international brands, and through a separate company, he gets to work with different projects, and his artistry has been used for certain bands, packaging.
Yeah. And he's a very
jars.
Enjoyable, laid-back guy to talk to.
He's incredible. Wealth of knowledge. I learned a lot from Michael and Dave, but to learn the knowledge and the history behind him is amazing. He's always bringing something new to the table that I had no idea could.
But
be possible.
you have a sense. You talk to everybody. You have a sense that you're blessed in a way like others aren't blessed in this industry with two guys that you've had a chance to work with.
Yes.
Over 20, 30 years. I mean, that's just remarkable.
Yeah. It's been one hell of a run.
Now, Staus was telling me, what are we doing with you? Where are we connecting on?
So just within the last year, we have added the Boveda packs to our Red Anchor that we make with the Kellner Boutique Factory. And Red Anchor is the oldest brand to have a cigar band on it. Dates back to 1772 in Delft, Holland, which is why we worked with the Kellner family. They have roots in Holland. And then we also added it to our release last year, the Gold Star. So it's in both of those boxes. We're very proud to have it.
Klaas sat there a couple hours ago
in this
And-
chair.
Yeah, and we had a
I
conversation.
can feel his presence.
He's a lovely guy.
It's great. Very, very knowledgeable. The family history that what they've learned not only from their father, but where they worked with Davidoff, they've had a tremendous experience.
Yeah.
And they've used that. They didn't abuse it, and now they're applying it to their own craft.
Yeah, but there's an ethic there. His dad's ethic and the way he handled what could have been a very grandiose, self-centered decision to compete and make the brand about him in the beginning, to have him become the basis for so much of Davidoff's success.
Right.
And the operational expertise that he brought was just, I mean, it's such a good story.
Right.
And Class is such a
class
act.
Yeah, he's a class act. Yeah, they make it more about who they're working with or the product, the final product, than about themselves. And that's why it's great to work with Hendrik at KBF. It's been a pleasure. And Weber Ventura at William Ventura, Tabacalero William Ventura for the Gold Star. So we work with some great people and beautiful tobaccos, made some great products, and we're just humbled with the response that we get from our retail partners and consumers.
So is there some ultimate goal or peak on the mountain that you can see from here for you personally? Because this has been a pretty storied ride so far.
Yeah, it's been a grind. And instead of the
no,
peak
and I'm
on the
not
mountain,
suggesting you haven't worked. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
It's
Right,
obvious that that's
Right.
why you get the opportunity.
right. I'm more of the hammock on the beach, somewhere in maybe Cabarete, Sosua, just relax, little ocean breeze. Ultimate goal, I guess, for us is really building more of that foundation and being. So we do have limited releases that come out. We do have special projects that we have the opportunity to sell with selected tobacco, but ultimately we try to build on United Cigars, which was founded in 1901. So we want a product and a name that can resonate with time, that can hold on a shelf. That's that reliable product, not a flash in the pan. So it's a continued effort to build a name that retailers can trust, that consumers can trust, because they're going to their retailers. So it's still it's a work in progress, but building some great names.
Now closed.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Please extinguish all smoking materials before leaving the building.
Not quite yet.
No smoking
We got to go a few
in the
more minutes
lobby
because.
area.
Stop talking. Okay.
Join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for another amazing day.
I had Todd and Mike from Cigar Jones in Minnetonka, Minnesota, sitting here, and they asked me as they were leaving, because they're the reason why I'm connected to Boveda in the first place.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So as they were leaving, they said, "Who else are you talking to today?" And I looked at my schedule and I said, "Oh, I'm United Cigar." And Todd said, "Oh, Oliver. Are you talking to Oliver?"
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Well," and for them to be that ready, it wasn't like,
Yeah,
that's good.
it's humbling.
That's a nice
That's
a nice testimonial about you.
Yeah. No, it is. It's still humbling. I mean, there's ultimately, I'll say I'll give George Padron credit, because when I was working at Fryboy Tobacco, we were doing an event and we had this one customer that was always looking at Cigar Aficionado at the time to get all the details and all the tasting notes, and he would grill us on this cigar I'm looking for, black cherry, leather, and so we turned him on to George, who was doing the event. And we said, well, go ask George, he'll direct you to one of the Padrones. And I remember George just deadpanned, his face dropped. He goes, man, it's just a cigar. And I just remember that, because ultimately, do people build a trust and following for the person behind the brand? Yes. But in the end, we're all going to be gone, and that's what we want the legacy and the brand to continue.
Right.
And ultimately, for us to sit down, it's about the cigar. So let's not overcomplicate things with who we are, what we do, but let's learn from each other. Let's learn about what we do, what we love, our passions, and right now it's sitting down and enjoying a conversation and a cigar.
So what's your go-to for the lines you carry? Where do you sit on the what am I smoking today?
That is such a hard question.
Go ahead.
Because our portfolio is so vast. If bottom line didn't matter and I could just grab anything for the portfolio, a good Atabey Idalos is just a short, fat Robusto that I absolutely love. I'm smoking the United Connecticut right now. That is an $8 Toro. Price point's fantastic. It uses Dominican broadleaf, which I think is still very new in the industry, and I haven't seen it out too much. But this is a tobacco that people are working on, and I think we'll see more of because I think it's beautiful to blend with. But as of late, because our portfolio is so vast, but as of late, what I've been smoking is the Red Anchor Gunner. It's a 6.5 by 43 Lonsdale. That's absolutely beautiful.
So how do we hang out and do stuff together?
I'll give you my number.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, we should do more of it. Where do you live?
I live in Minneapolis. We're headquartered in Minnetonka, Minnesota.
Okay, so you're there. My older brother lives in Litchfield, Minnesota.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I know a lot about Litch. I used to live in Delano.
Oh, okay. All right. So you've passed the greatest or largest ball of twine
in Darwin. Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody knows that.
Hey, Leo, look what I'm smoking. And look who I'm sitting by. Yeah.
Love you, Leo. Smoke Nova.
Make Nova big. She's a piece of work.
She is.
I love people that work their deal. They work.
Yeah, and talk about energy.
She
I love
works.
her energy.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day, first person to call would be Leo.
Yeah.
Just beautiful energy. But so Litchfield, I'll be back. I'll probably be back to Minnesota area.
So what do you do for fun?
Well, so my son plays college baseball. I try to go see him on
where does he
on the
play?
weekends. He plays at UMass Dartmouth. So in Massachusetts.
So we got to the TV last night just in time to watch his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law pitched last night for LSU against Texas
Oh wow.
A&M.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that's Charlie Haben.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, so Lockmeyer, I think's the name. Danny Lockenmeyer.
Hey, Lockenmeyer.
Yeah, Minnesota boy that plays at LSU.
Wow. Yeah, that's big time.
So tell me more about your baseball player.
So he's a third baseman catcher. He just has a passion for it. So I love, the being out there on the field and just seeing the love of the game is just beautiful at any level.
Did you play baseball?
I played baseball.
What'd you play?
I was third base mostly.
And where'd you go?
Oh, I didn't play in college. I switched over to lacrosse.
Okay.
And then
what a sport.
Yeah, look, I think growing up, I just never really played a contact sport. And I we moved to Cohasset, Massachusetts, small town, not a strong baseball program at the time. And they were starting a lacrosse program. So all my friends went over to lacrosse. So I switched over.
But what a great sport, because you get it's super high athleticism, but it's also violent, which is fun. To be able to have some
Such
contact.
a fast pace.
Pace and the skill of being able to move that ball. I mean, that's a great sport.
Yeah, I was a long stick defensive man. Actually scored a couple goals, brought it down.
Fun.
So I was fortunate that I had a little bit of athleticism, so I picked up on the sport, and I was I think senior year. Yeah, 6'2", 185, not massive, but for high school, good size that I was able to make some impact. So it was fun. But,
that is fun.
But I miss baseball. And my daughter's going to school in University of Leeds in the UK. So
fun.
she's experiencing life.
So do you have to go visit?
I will in September.
Perfect.
October. Because October we're actually doing the grand opening of Selected Tobacco in Madrid, Spain. His new facility. So
that'll be fun.
Yeah. So I'll take some time a little bit before, spend some time with her in England, and then go over to Madrid. So yeah, so really the kids, if I can go to the gun range,
get a little trigger time in.
I like some trigger time.
What do you like to shoot?
Absolutely. So I have So my Smith & Wesson, I have the M&P 2.0 handgun, but then I just purchased the FPC. It's a collapsible carabine.
What caliber is the M&P?
9 millimeter.
Nines.
Yeah. That 9 millimeter is just, an easy.
Well, it's an affordable
Ammo.
round. I
Right.
mean, you could shoot 45 all day, but
Right.
it's going to cost you $150
Yeah.
every time you go to the range.
Some of the greatest events are the ones in Texas. We go to an open field. Everybody's bringing their guns.
Right.
One guy brought a Desert Eagle, so to shoot that, pretty special.
Fun.
Yeah. So we get to shoot some.
That's a great
guns.
pastime.
Yeah, yeah, and it's more about it's not just how many rounds you can shoot, but it's about honing that skill.
Right.
Right. So
practice.
Right. So it kind of, even though it's adrenaline inducing, you can slow things down because you're really trying to concentrate on the target.
No, it's a oddly athletic experience because of the discipline of understanding what bad habits you're not reaffirming every time you execute a move. You know, I get it.
One false move. So, like life.
Yeah.
One false move can just put you off target. It might put you on target. So not every move can be a bad move.
It's better to be consistently close than randomly accurate.
Yeah.
I might have to.
I like that. Write that down.
I write that down.
Yeah.
Will you write that down?
We get that as a sound clip.
Pretty good. Matt, are you still here? Yeah. Day one at the Premium Cigar Association show in New Orleans, Louisiana, talking to Oliver Nivaud, who's with United Cigars. United Cigars. Yeah, United Cigars.
Smoke.
And the portfolio is vast, so take the time to go to United Cigars website and check them out. There's so many things to look at. I'm grateful that we're getting a chance to help out with some of these premium sticks.
Yeah.
Keeping them perfect.
To deliver these boxes.
Dude.
Perfectly humidified.
What a privilege for us.
Yeah. It's a good partnership.
Yeah.
A good marriage is both sides.
I have a proposition for you. It's not weird, but we do For My Humidor program with Cigar Aficionado. That's all these faces that you see on the wall. So you mentioned 3 guys that belong on this wall. I'm serious. Michael Fry, Alfonso Nelson, or Nelson Alfonso.
Nelson Alfonso.
I always get that wrong because it's Hector Alfonso from Espinosa. Yeah. But think about that as something to connect us with, because I would love, especially Nelson Alfonso. I mean, that would be, he belongs on this wall.
He's a great man.
Yeah.
He's a great man. You got some great faces, great people up there.
We honor the craft. We honor the people, the men and women that are making the craft happen and doing excellence. And we also celebrate extraordinary cigars. And wouldn't it be fun to spend some time together celebrating? I mean, there's nothing I'd rather do.
No, it just takes life's problems away. That's just relaxing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful.
You're a delightful interview.
Thing. Yeah. Well, pleasure sitting down with you.
I'm giving you my number right now.
Yeah.
You know what else we got to do as long as you're here?
Yeah. Are we off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But it's closed, you know. They told us it's
right.
closed.
Yeah, they extinguish all cigars.
Whatever. Here's my pencil. When you come to Litchfield, we'll come to Boveda and we'll plan a time and we'll spend some time. Do you fish at all?
Yeah, I do. You love fishing? I love fishing. Freshwater. So because I was on the East Coast more growing up, a lot of striper fishing.